On Sunday, the NCAA selection committee set the field for the men's tournament. The four number 1 seeds, in order, are Virginia, Villanova, Kansas, and Xavier. Need a bracket? Here's a printable version. With 2 fewer losses than any other team in Division I and the esteemed Atlantic Coast Conference's regular season and tournament championships, Virginia, 31-2, is the top overall seed in the tournament. No easy road for Virginia. Coach Tony Bennett's team lost only 2 games all season and capped off a fantastic year with the ACC Tournament Championship on Saturday. They are favorites to reach the Final Four for the first time since 1984. But the committee did not do them many favors in the South region. Cincinnati, the number 2 seed, boasts the second-ranked defense in the nation, behind the Cavaliers. And then there is Arizona, number 4 seed, and Kentucky, number 5, both explosive and talented groups that seem to be peaking at the right time. Hot matchup, 2 of the nation's hottest teams face each other in the first round in the South. Kentucky, winner of the SEC tournament, Drew Davidson, winner of the Atlantic 10 Conference, in what will most certainly be one of the most anticipated matchups of the week, in Boise, Idaho. Upset special, you could argue that number 11 Loyola Chicago had a much easier road to the Missouri Valley Conference title without Wichita State around. But the Ramblers have won 10 in a row. Number 6 Miami, which had been hot before the ACC tournament, better look out. Texas sneaks in, after going 11-22 a year ago. The number 10 Longhorns found themselves on the bubble this season. But the committee gave Coach Shaka Smart another opportunity to make some March magic. Freshman shot-blocking extraordinaire Mo Bamba will be asked to slow down 7th-seeded Nevada, the 9th most efficient offense in the country. Kansas has the number 1 seed in the Midwest, and will get to play their first games in Wichita, Can. But Michigan State, the number 3 seed, and Duke, the number 2, loom. Region of death, there's always one. Hard to think that any of the number 1 seeds drew a tougher path than Kansas, which is actually lower in Ken Pomeroy's ratings, 9th, than 2 other teams in its own bracket, number 3 seed Michigan State, 6th, and number 2 seed Duke, 3rd. Jayhawks coach Bill Self says the team played its best game of the season in winning the Big 12 Conference tournament on Saturday. But they could have to contend with a very athletic Auburn team, number 4 seed, and Clemson, number 5 seed, which finished 4th in the ACC. Sooner better than later, somehow, Oklahoma squeaks in. One of the most befuddling teams in the tournament field. At one point, the Sooners were ranked 4th in the country. They lost 11 of their last 15 games. Freshman guard Trae Young, the nation's leader in scoring and assists, remains one of the most fun players to watch. But he has not really been the same player since January. Upset special, not going too far out on a limb here, but number 9 seed NC State should be able to handle 8th-seeded Seton Hall, which has been trending in the wrong direction. The Wolfpack beat Duke and Arizona this season. Villanova, fresh off its 2nd consecutive Big East Tournament championship, has earned the number 1 seed in the East region, which means they could get to play in Boston for a trip to go to the Final Four. They will face the winner of Lou Brooklyn/Radford in the first 4 game in Dayton. Better without Biggie. It is hard to believe that a team can lose one of the best players in the nation, and then improve the following season. But that's exactly what happened to 2nd-seeded Purdue this year, after the power forward Caleb Swanigan, nicknamed Biggie, jumped to the pros. Swanigan was the Big Ten's Player of the Year, but his absence has allowed the 7'2" center Isaac Haas more freedom to develop. Guards Carson Edwards and Dakota Matias are lethal for the second-best three-point shooting team in the country. The Boilermakers have Final Four ingredients. Rollin Tide, Alabama lost 15 games this season, and there were some ugly ones: Central Florida, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Ole Miss. But they have the potential to make some noise in March. Why? Freshman guard Colin Sexton is arguably the best player in the nation, a Russell Westbrook-type talent who won't be in college basketball for much longer. Upset special: Wichita State is normally the team doing the upsetting. But the Shockers are a number 4 seed this year, and they drew an unusual matchup in number 13 Marshall. Under coach Dan D'Antoni, the Thundering Herd love to push the pace. Wichita could be left gasping. Xavier earned their first number 1 seed in school history, giving the Big East 2 of the top seeds in the tournament. They will need to look out for Gonzaga, though, as the number 4 seed and a possible round of 16 matchup. North Carolina is the number 2 seed in the region. Wolverines roaring: is there a hotter team in the nation than Michigan? Hard to figure. The Wolverines blew through the Big Ten tournament field as a number 7 seed, and have won 9 of their last 10 games. Young, energetic, and clicking on defense, Michigan, the number 3 seed, will be a favorite to overtake top-seeded Xavier. The question is whether the prolonged layoff after the Big Ten tournament ended a month ago, okay, it was only a week, will have any impact on the Wolverines' momentum. Dominating, Oklahoma's Trae Young got most of the attention for his scoring this season, but South Dakota State's Mike Daum had 12 30-plus point performances to go with 10.4 rebounds per game. With Daum leading the way, the Jackrabbits were 6th in the nation in scoring this season. They have never won an NCAA tournament game, losing to Gonzaga last season, but Ohio State has looked shaky of late. Upset special: Houston had a good run. But they're not getting past San Diego State, which has won 9 in a row, got their senior leader, Trey Kell, back, and led number 22 Nevada by 30 at halftime on Friday. If you are looking for snubs, start with the first 4 teams left out of the field: Baylor, Notre Dame, St. Mary's and Southern California. During the broadcast, Bruce Rasmussen, Creighton's athletic director, who served as the selection committee's chairman, confirmed that Davidson's win over Rhode Island on Sunday knocked Notre Dame out of the tournament. The last 4 teams to make the tournament were also announced: Arizona State, St. Bonaventure, Syracuse, and U.C.L.A. Georgia's loss to Kentucky in an SEC tournament quarterfinal ended the Bulldogs' chances of a tournament bid in advance of Sunday's selection show, but after the school fired coach Mark Fox, he announced in a news conference on Sunday that his players had decided they would not accept a bid to the NIT if one were offered. Georgia's spokesman, Mike Mobley, confirmed the school would honor the players' decision, and the team, which went 18-15, is now in search of a new coach. Fox earned 2 NCAA tournament bids in his 9 years with Georgia, losing in the first round both times. The first 4 games of the tournament will be held in Dayton, Ohio, on Tuesday and Wednesday. The matchups are as follows: Tuesday, Lou Brooklyn vs. Radford, 6:40 p.m. Eastern. Followed by St. Bonaventure vs. UCLA, at approximately 9:10 p.m. Wednesday, NC Central vs. Texas Southern, 6:40 p.m. Followed by Arizona State vs. Syracuse, at approximately 9:10 p.m. As expected. The 68-team field was announced at the beginning of the TBS broadcast. The 2018 automatic bids are automatic qualifiers: Arizona, 27-7, Bucknell, 25-9, Buffalo, 26-8, Cal State Fullerton, 20-11, Charleston, 26-7, Cincinnati, 30-4, Davidson, 20-11, Georgia State, 23-10, Gonzaga, 30-4, Iona, 20-13, Kansas, 27-7, Kentucky, 24-10, Lipscomb, 23-9, Long Island University Brooklyn, 18-16, Loyola Chicago, 28-5, Marshall, 24-10, Michigan, 28-7, Montana, 26-7, Murray State, 26-5, North Carolina Central, 19-15, New Mexico State, 28-5, Penn, 24-8, Radford, 22-12, San Diego State, 22-10, Stephen F. Austin, 28-6, South Dakota State, 28-6, Texas Southern, 15-19, Maryland Baltimore County, 24-10, North Carolina Greensboro, 27-7, Villanova, 30-4, Virginia, 31-2, Wright State, 25-9. At-large bids: Alabama, 19-15, Arizona State, 20-11, Arkansas, 23-11, Auburn, 25-7, Butler, 20-13, Clemson, 23-9, Creighton, 21-11, Duke, 26-7, Florida, 20-12, Florida State, 20-11, Houston, 26-6, Kansas State, 22-11, Miami, 22-9, Michigan State, 29-4, Missouri, 20-12, NC State, 21-11, Nevada, 27-7, North Carolina, 25-10, Ohio State, 24-8, Oklahoma, 18-13, Providence, 21-13, Purdue, 28-6, Rhode Island, 25-6, Seton Hall, 21-11, St. Bonaventure, 25-7, Syracuse, 20-13, Texas Christian, 21-11, Tennessee, 25-8, Texas, 19-14, Texas A&M, 20-12, Texas Tech, 24-9, U.C.L.A. 21-11, Virginia Tech, 21-11, West Virginia, 24-10, Wichita State, 25-7, Xavier, 28-5.